Today, we're digging into a pretty big idea for how we can tackle our planet's biggest challenges. It's called global solutions networks, and it's a whole new way of thinking about how we govern our world.
So let's just start with a really basic question. Why are our biggest problems, things like climate change, global pandemics, massive economic inequality, why are they so incredibly tough to actually solve?
Well, the sources we're breaking down today point to one central issue. There's this huge mismatch. Our problems don't care about borders, they're global. But the power to do anything about them, that's still mostly stuck at the national level.
Okay, so if that's the core problem, what's the fix? Well, this is where this concept comes in, something called Global Solutions Networks, or GSNs for short.
So what in the world is a GSN? Think of it as a massive collaborative team. The whole idea is to bring literally everyone to the table. We're talking governments, businesses, nonprofits, community groups, to work on these huge border-crossing problems together. And when they say everyone, they are not kidding. A GSN isn't just governments talking to other governments. Nope. It's about creating this powerful mix that includes political groups, huge international organizations, NGOs, big corporations, regular people from grassroots communities, and even the top minds from universities. It's all about combining everybody's unique strengths. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The way GSNs are designed to work is by building a bridge between two totally different ways of getting things done. See, on one side, you've got that classic top-down model. Think big, centralized organizations making rules for everyone. But on the other side, you've got the bottom-up model, which is all about local, collaborative, grassroots action. Both have their pros and cons, right? And they usually don't mix.
And this is the real game changer. GSNs don't pick a side. Their whole purpose is to weave these two models together. You get the power and scale of the top-down approach, but you combine it with the agility and local knowledge of the bottom-up approach.
There's this one quote that just nails the whole point. The goal is to get global coherence and community-level relevance. In other words, it's about making sure the big global plans actually make sense and work for real people in their own communities.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How would one of these networks actually operate? What would it do?
Well, GSNs would have four main jobs. First up, they'd set the rules of the game, creating global standards. Next, they'd pool all sorts of resources, everything from money to brainpower. Third, they'd use their combined weight to take coordinated action that no single group could do alone. And finally, they'd be knowledge hubs, sharing best practices and new ideas to help everyone innovate faster.
At the end of the day, you can really think of GSNs as the new infrastructure for solving problems in the 21st century. They're like the backbone, connecting all the key players so they can finally work together effectively. So when you put all of this together, what are we really looking at? Could this be the beginning of a totally new era for how we run the world? The main takeaway here is that this GSN idea represents a pretty fundamental shift. It's a move away from the kind of choppy country-by-country system we have now and toward a truly interconnected, networked approach that actually matches the world we live in. So that leaves us with one big question to think about. When you look at the sheer complexity of the challenges in front of us, could this kind of networked cooperation really be the future of how we solve our biggest problems?